Listened to it in the car this morning, and I've got to tell you, and this is not a lie, all right, to butter you up.
Okay.
Track 2, Lullaby in Blue.
Great
I
song.
had to pull over. I was crying.
Me too. That
Yeah?
same thing happened to
Yeah, a
me.
little choke at the throat.
Oh no, I burst into tears and sobbed. I had to.
In fact, when you started singing it, and we're going to play a bit in a minute in this piece, when you started singing it, I thought it was almost like your daughter singing, because you sounded really young. And then I realised what the song was about. It's about a 17-year-old girl, well, now a mature woman, looking back at when she was 17 and having to give up a baby for adoption. And the lyrics are so simple. Do you ever choke up a bit?
Yeah, I couldn't get through that song.
Couldn't
It took
you?
me a long time to record it because I couldn't get to the end. I would go so far, and then I just said I just can't. I have to stop. It's very sad.
Well, we've done a little storyboard of the song.
You have?
Yes.
How sweet.
With images, which I suggested on the
Yes.
mobile phone when I'd heard it in the car, so we've got to do this, so we're going to play it now.
Can I have it?
Okay.
They called you a mistake, but I still say your name out loud. They call me a stupid girl, just like my mom. Too many men passed through my arms. At 17, I looked into your eyes, knew I could never comfort your cries. Every April still reminds me of you, the child I never knew, my lullaby in blue.
What if your own daughter, when she got older, were to get pregnant unexpectedly? What would your position be? Do you think?
I would
Say she was
grab
17.
that kid and give it a big kiss.
Would you?
I would,
Yeah.
because I love children. I
Yeah.
really do.
So you wouldn't think, fine, have the baby, but let's think about adoption. You'd think,
I think I'd like to adopt it. I thought, get out of my way. Mine.
would you
Because
buy
I
more then?
love them. Oh, I was
Yeah.
so upset I didn't have a whole bunch. I was really upset. I tried when I was a certain age, and I
Yeah.
didn't have any luck.
It was just bad luck, was it?
It was bad. Well, I was just too old.
Yeah.
I was just too old. Nothing took.
Every career
I've
has.
certainly had the troughs.
I
I'm in
didn't-
one now.
You're not. You're not. It's funny, from the outside, I think you've had a kind of a seamless career sort of path. It's just gone up and up and up and up, and you've now sort of matured and plateaued, and it's going well.
Certainly mature.
Well, doesn't everyone? But you have had these troughs, like after, was it Jinxed? Oh, strangely named, in 82. I didn't know, but you had a bad 4 or 5 years.
I had a
didn't
bad
you?
4 or 5 years, but I got up and I dusted myself off. I had a lot of help.
Yeah.
The Disney company took me under their wing, and I made a lot of pictures for them after that, and we had a really good run.
What was it? Was it a crisis of confidence you had in yourself?
No, it was just I was slandered in the press, and it was very, very painful. I mean, I had literally had a nervous breakdown over one article.
In essence, what were they saying?
It
Were you
was
useless at acting, or couldn't sing, or what?
no, it was they didn't like the fact that I had made suggestions on this movie.
Oh,
They
I see.
really
You were the
did-
Harridan to work with.
I
really.
was the Harridan to
Oh, I
work
get
with,
it, yeah,
the
yeah.
the
You can't be a
actor
strong
from
woman,
Hell.
can you?
Nope,
No.
not in those days. Well, still.
How have you stood up to personal criticism of, your height, the way you look, your size?
I don't read it.
You don't read it?
I don't
I'm
read it.
not saying I've read it.
And
but
there are no people, I don't allow people in my life who come to me and bring me the bad news.
for you.
Because it's so destructive.
Yeah.
And
What are you
what's the
supposed to-
point?
What are you supposed to do with it? The phone rings. Have you seen today's National Enquirer?
The
What am I supposed to
worst,
say?
I always say, I tell people, I tell friends, if they're bringing you that bad news, get rid of them. They've got another agenda.
Going back to Bathhouse Betty.
The Queen of the Blues.
It sounds like a northern English phrase, that Bathhouse Betty.
Doesn't it?
Kind of Gracie Fields.
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I wanted it to sound like that.
Yeah,
I wanted it to have a vaudevillian kind of turn-of-the-century feeling.
Yeah, it does.
You are my one true friend, my one true friend. I always knew
So what's with the elephant?
We had to find a way to do to show the movie.
Yeah.
The clips from the movie that was kind of not too stupid. And so we chose bubbles. And then I said, well, the best thing would be to have an elephant blowing them at the end. So we got this elephant, and I'd never met one before.
It's a she-elephant, isn't it?
A she-elephant, lovely girl.
Yeah.
And I got on her. And the dress just happened to fit the elephant perfectly. And I had a good time. I really enjoyed it.
And we don't slag Bette Midler on this programme because we think she's fab. Anyway, it's